What if the ground beneath your feet betrayed you, but the waves of the sea carried your hope? This isn't just a story. It's a mirror reflecting the human soul. Let's journey to the desolate edges of an abandoned coastal town in the UK, where a man named Kaelen lived. It was a name few remembered, but no one dared to forget. His past was shrouded in mystery, his silence heavier than any chains. The locals would whisper that he had once been a sailor, a man of the sea, but one fateful night he returned to shore in shackles, not made of iron, but of an unseen, crushing guilt. Every single evening, Kaelen would walk barefoot to the sea, dragging those invisible chains across the sharp, rocky land. He never once looked back at the world behind him. His gaze was fixed only on the distant horizon. People would mock him, their words sharp and cruel. The sea doesn't listen to broken men, they'd jeer. But Kaelen never replied. His silence was his only answer. Then one stormy night, as the town battled against torrential rain and roaring thunder, Kaelen vanished. His small, weathered house stood empty. The chains he always carried, both real and imagined, were gone. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some claimed he had finally drowned, surrendering to the waves that had once been his home. Others whispered that he had escaped, running from his past. But the truth, as it often does, revealed itself in a most unexpected way. Days later, a fisherman, far out in the turbulent waters, spotted something strange. It was a small, humble boat, drifting gently in the waves, and in it was Kaelen. His eyes were closed, as if in prayer. But his lips were moving, whispering words into the salty air. Land binds, but water frees. The world chains us, but faith releases us. Days turned into weeks. The boat was seen again and again, drifting further from the shore with each passing day. Yet Kaelen never sank. He never disappeared. It was as if the sea itself was carrying him, cradling his fragile hope, guarding his solitary journey toward redemption. One evening, a young boy from the town, filled with a mix of curiosity and boldness, stood on the shore and shouted across the water, "Why don't you return to land? Why do you keep drifting?" Kaelen slowly opened his eyes, and they shone with a light that seemed otherworldly. His voice, though quiet, carried across the waves with newfound strength. "Because land holds my sins," he replied, "but water carries my prayers. On land, I was chained by men. On water, I am freed by God." A profound silence fell over the shore. From that night on, no one mocked him again. Instead, a strange and beautiful thing began to happen. People started walking to the shore in the evenings, not to laugh, but to listen. They came to watch Kaelen's silent voyage, which had become a living sermon. He never claimed to be a saint. He never preached with authority or judgment. But his silent, drifting journey spoke volumes. It taught them all a powerful lesson. Hope is not found in what you cling to, but in what you have the courage to release. Years later, when Kaelen's boat was finally found empty, adrift in the vast, wide ocean, a single message carved into the weathered wood remained. It read, "Chains are for the earth, wings are for the soul." This story teaches us that no matter how heavy life's burdens may seem, there is always a place of hope waiting for us. Sometimes we need to let go of the land that binds us and trust the waters of faith to carry us forward. Thank you for joining us on this journey. For more Islamic and motivational stories that open your heart and mind, don't forget to like, share, and comment. And please, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next story.